9 minutes, that's like an hour and 9 minutes. So yeah, I guess. Fuck it, we'll split it.
We're carrying out our captain's orders. What do you want?
We made a mistake last time, and we're working hard to rectify it now. We don't have time for anything else. Surveilling the IPC executive Topaz, ensuring that she stays put at the Reverie Hotel during her time on Penacony. We've got the right one this time.
Oh, okay, so you assholes actually know what you're doing.
They were the pair who were after Firefly at the time.
We meet again.
It's you again. Back for more trouble? We're not afraid of you this time.
Yeah, Aussie boy.
Well, spit it out. Stop bothering us if you've nothing important.
Got me with Gallagher.
So you know each other. Why do you keep running into people you've beaten up before?
It's kind of my first reaction, honestly. When's our lunch break? I'm hungry. I got your business, Mr. Captain.
That's right. We're investigating a murder for the family. Can we speak to your captain about the case?
Well, this is a disaster, bro.
Well...
Ratio betrayed Adventurine. IPC's got reinforcements. We have to investigate for the family. The family's launching Adventurine as an investigator.
What murder? You'd better stop spouting nonsense.
Yeah, that's right. We have nothing to report. Please leave.
Looks like they're not going to cooperate. But they did at least tell us that the captain is at Dream's Edge.
Why don't we just look for the security officer then?
You got
It's
such a
probably
deep voice.
Gallagher, the one he mentioned, right?
You're so loud, bro. Boom. To the dreamscape. And now we know Stellarron hunters are here. They're looking for it. Acheron is looking for it.
Such tight security. I bet they're stumped by the case as well.
Shit, bro.
Gallagher. Gallagher. Where could he be?
Come on, she's just right here, bro. Use your eyes. I know you don't know who he is.
The
Oh, this guy.
Bloodhound family is running an investigation up ahead. No unauthorized personnel allowed.
Don't worry, we're part of that investigation team.
Hold on a minute. I think I've seen you before.
We only have bad interactions with
gray-haired
the
one.
family.
How much trouble have you stirred up exactly on Penacony?
One girl. All it took was one girl for us to fuck her. This ain't it, Chief. You got the wrong guy.
You think you look alike?
No, not exactly. About a clockwork trick.
Wait, are you for real?
Yeah, I also have the ability to
Not
manipulate
possible.
reality.
It was you the last time yelling about some clockwork friendship while beating me up with that silver-haired girl. I'm not letting you get by this time. Please leave, or I'll have to get on my knees and beg you.
He's not angry this time.
Huh? What kind of heinous crime have you committed now?
It's assault. It's not that
Hold
bad,
on,
Mark.
sir. We have documents authorized by the family that would aid your investigation. If it wouldn't trouble you, could we see this, Mr. Gallagher?
Who exactly is this Gallagher you keep talking about? There's been a few people mentioning this name. Even the one with the gray hair.
Huh?
He didn't send you all here?
It was the security officer who dispatched us. That's all I can divulge.
He'll do. He's the one we've been looking for.
Sorry, no can do. The boss said that since it's a matter of the family's reputation, no one's allowed through.
Bro, we're the ones investigating this.
Everyone, please leave. There's really no need for us to make things difficult for each other, right?
We're really sorry for troubling you. Let's think of another way.
Interesting.
Another
He doesn't go by
way.
Gallagher to the crew.
That's it. Didn't they say something about that? What was it? Clockwork? That got this guy to change his mind?
I'll use my mind
Can you perform
manipulation.
it again? That, magic.
Yeah. Just what I've been waiting for.
Please.
Let's warp his mind. Now we know what it is. It's harmony power. That allows you to warp the family.
Since it's a
Warp the
matter of
mind.
the family's reputation. Everyone, please leave. Let me see what time it is now.
Yeah, so Robin used it on us
time
to
already.
fix our mind.
Time to clock out, and no one's gonna stop me.
Yeah, so principled that he clocks out right on the dime.
This clockwork trick of yours, it's kinda dangerous.
This is harmony mind manipulation.
At least he won't be getting in our way again. Let's go find that Gallagher and ask him the intricacies of the case.
Why did that guy not know
I
his
was
name was
wondering what all the
Gallagher?
commotion was. Huh. Oh, it's you guys. Welcome. Since you made it here, what can I do for you?
Hello, Mr. Gallagher, sir.
His voice does not sound like this in combat.
Judging from your
His voice sounds
tone,
fucking horrible
it sounds
in
like you were
combat.
expecting us.
But it sounds decent and good here.
Miss
So strange.
𝐂𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿, you're too polite. There's no need to call me sir.
Mr. Gallagher, you even know my name.
Of course I do. You folks are from the legendary Astral Express
Damn right we
and
are.
honorable guests of the Watchmaker. I had an
You're
encounter
included by
with
your
this
name.
gentleman in the golden hour. I remember that little silver-haired girl was there too. I'm sorry for what happened to that kid.
There we keep calling her a little girl. I was like, "Fam, we're sorry too."
This is also the reason why we've come to visit you, Mr. Gallagher.
Never want to divulge information.
Express
Ever since the
can't
adventuring
just
part where
overlook
I
the
told
death
them
of
I had
a
a stellar
child.
out of my head.
So we've decided to help the family get to the bottom of it, in the hopes of getting justice for her.
The Nameless involved with the family. What an unpredictable twist of fate.
And it won't be a good one.
Why? What's wrong with the family?
Everything.
It's nothing. On Penacony, everyone loves the family. No
The
matter how
harmonies
much
of the
one
family.
resists the beautiful dream, when the time comes, they too will find it hard to let go. Who wants to leave a warm nest? Just idiots, little kids, and inebriated fools.
Mr. Gallagher seems to be getting at something.
Well, you got it wrong. I'm not. You want to discuss the case? Sure, come with me. This is not a good place to talk. Let's go elsewhere.
Okay, so not so sincere about the family's love.
Even after that chilling tragedy, this dream is still running effortlessly.
That's by
Other
design,
than
Mr.
the
Well.
family of the Harmony, it's hard to imagine any other power in the universe that could sustain a building of such magnitude.
The family itself is a huge, perfect building. Like a living idol.
We talked about this dream
Each
world, like
member of the
interconnected
family
minds,
sees
the harmony,
themselves as
that
a
hundreds,
piece of the
thousands of
divine
voices.
puzzle, revolving around a singular core and a shared ideal. Under their command, they loyally fulfill their roles, offering themselves while also receiving sustenance in return.
That's how all the Aeons work, I'm pretty sure. You give something in return for power. The problem is, the price that you're giving is always greater. Whatever you're giving up. Always.
Interesting analogy. Perhaps that's why Penacony's beautiful dream has persisted for
And whatever
so
you
long.
don't want to give up, that's what they're
The
asking
human
for.
body has its limits, and so does the Divine's.
Interesting.
That doesn't sound like the kind of comment a Galaxy Ranger would make.
Just pointing out the facts. Mr. Yang will definitely have a better sense of what's going on than I do.
Why do you say that, Miss Acheron?
The beautiful dream is crumbling. But not because of a particular eon, a particular faction, or a particular visitor. Its collapse stems from a certain inevitability of human nature. The family refuses to acknowledge this, and it has ultimately backfired and become a catalyst. As people immerse their souls in the dreamscape, where consequences and pain cease to exist, and only ease and pleasure prevail, they draw closer and closer to necrosis. Regardless of the perceived bliss, death looms as the inevitable conclusion.
Destruction always exists.
Also, this necrosis
Even if you trap your mind in an endless dream.
One piece of the puzzle's mutation will eventually cause the entire building to shake, break,
Pure bliss leads you to apathy.
crumble.
In the end, the dreams that people built in the name of freedom became the cage that imprisoned them. I'm sure you've gained a lot from this trip, Miss Acheron. Are you willing to share your findings with me?
Of course. That's if I remember. Don't mind me. It's just a habit. Owing to events in the past,
He does that a lot.
Easily forgetful.
When asked to remember, she touches the blade.
It's only when this sword is unsheathed that those hazy memories start to become clearer.
Take your time.
That should do it. I vividly remember everything that occurred on Penacony.
Like her,
Ask away.
her soul and embodiment is stored in the blade. This is stop from the top.
The moment of daybreak. I've
A lot of
heard
dialogue.
that's where the Dawn Factory, which processes the foundation of the dreamscape, is located.
Behind the dreamscape song.
Bro, if these two go together and
many
just start
imagination
fucking shit up,
factories.
it's gonna be so cool.
Workers create all kinds of whimsical works day in and day out in their dreams. Then they return to reality and sleep on a narrow bed in a room. A far cry from luxury. They say it will suffice. Experiencing the bizarre and motley dreamscape is the best reward. There I encountered a young woman who had just come of age. The perfect time to indulge in beautiful dreams. Her greatest wish was to one day move to the golden hour and see the magnificent garments she had woven with her own hands.
It would never happen.
For certain reasons, her wish was difficult to fulfill. But I managed to bring her a garment.
Interesting. Oh, nice. She helped her.
Gilded Hour. It's said to be Penacony's currency center.
Yes, it is a fortress-like financial city, the economic heart of the dreamscape. The Pepeshi people of the Alfalfa family are there to keep it running, sending blood that is made from money everywhere on Penacony. Everyone there is exquisitely dressed and always in a hurry. The greatest wish of the local Pepeshi people is for their future generations to work in the Gilded Hour. I've never met anyone who is willing to talk. I could only stand at the crossroads, watching crowds of people hurrying like the wind through the jungle of steel, only to deposit the alfalfa credits that they'd earned into the bank's vault. I don't know if they would open the vault door, but before I left, I witnessed a well-dressed Pepeshi person plummet from the sky, while those around him continued on their way, unfazed.
Whatever that means. Is that a reference to... Well, no, because no one dies, but the idea that... I know what they're referencing, but, like, we fell from the sky, because, like, people are accustomed to the dream, but it's the idea that money moves, time moves, and even if someone was to die right in front of you, no one would care.
I hear the Blue Hour is very romantic. Do you have any tales to share?
There, Mr. Will, what you asking
Perhaps
about?
Mr. Yang has heard. There is a large boat called the Eventide, anchored
They
along
better
the
put
sea
us with a
breeze,
character in
where
the
soft
Blue Tide.
music and dancing persist endlessly every night. I ran into a wizened lady there. She was
69,
at the
really?
dock,
We talking about the
waiting for her
romance stuff?
long-departed lover
Yeah,
to
okay, bro.
return, waiting for countless hours within time that stood still. In the humid sea breeze, she spoke of her own youth. Like many who desired wealth and love, they came to Penacony to pursue their dreams. Alas, her lover's consciousness was lost in the dark depths of the Sea of Dreams. Finally, she suggested we continue our conversation on a boat in the shallows. I agreed and boarded the boat with her. But she never said anything. Her eyes absent-mindedly gazing at the horizon for what seemed like forever. Finally, we retreated to the beach.
Interesting.
The dreamscape of chic, luxury, and consumerism, the moment of dusk. My companions have been there too.
Well, one of us has.
And you all must have seen those who are attempting to realize their dreams. Or have realized them. Scattering money as if it were dust and betting it on all or nothing. Everything has a price, and everything can be bought or sold. Even dreams themselves. I saw an 𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿 there who was preparing to auction himself. When someone wins a bid under stipulated periods and rules, he would do the buyer's every bidding, becoming that person's very possession. That 𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿 had been auctioned off a dozen times, and I participated in his 13th. That was the grandest banquet I had ever attended. But never again did anyone cast another glance at him. This time around, there were no successful bids for him.
Interesting. Unlucky, 13 also. Like every aspect of the dream she interacts with is like this nihilistic nightmare version of it.
This is what I've seen and heard along the way.
There's nothing grand or happy about what she sees.
Someone once said to me, Penacony wasn't like this a long time ago, nor should it be. I've traveled through the reality and dreamscape of the planet of festivities, watched the tides of night rise and fall when time stopped for people, where the spirits of the rich and impoverished remain forever fixed on their own scales. This is why I think the collapse of the beautiful dream is inevitable.
There might be a way to change everything.
This changes everything.
Perhaps. But if this is indeed the world that people desire, if this is precisely why life chooses to slumber, should we still seek to change it?
Miss Acheron, now it's my turn to share a story with you. There was a man from my homeland who, at a time when the world was grappling with deep, unhealable pain, made a choice. He wove together the dreams of everyone in the world, linking people's dreamscapes, and shouldered this burden himself. From this, he created a giant, a spiritual atom. And since that moment, the giant stood between heaven and earth, becoming the pillar of the world's existence.
His music sounds
As
very
a price, those who found it hard to move forward,
I never played
who
Honkai
could
back
not
there, by the way.
advance, forever lost their future. They slumbered in a dream, devoid of disaster and pain, living out their days peacefully in the man's created utopia. And it is because of the wishes of those people who wished not to awaken that this spiritual atom became unbreakable.
And yet, you stand here right now, which also means that man failed.
Because people must always move towards the future. Even if human weaknesses make them pause when they truly cannot move forward, humanity will eventually seek a way to save itself. And that man, he was never a failure. Like everyone in that world, he etched the possibilities of human nature into his heart. He was the sun chaser of legend, soaring towards the sky and embracing his final victory with his fall. He ascended to heights uncharted, only to come face to face with the sun, a place not visited by anyone before. His wings would melt because of it, only for him to fall into the sea. And after that, countless others would surpass him, soaring to even greater heights.
A fitting metaphor for the Nameless's trailblazing spirit. Thank you, Mr. Yang. I know what you wish to confirm. The universe has innumerable similar, yet different worlds. In these worlds, there are innumerable people who look alike, yet don't. I, too, have embarked on journeys, encountering old friends with familiar faces on different worlds, witnessing their destinies follow paths similar to mine. So I will tell you.
Alright, we canonize the Pixies.
Even if not completely similar, the story you just told, it overlaps with my past. And within that abyssal dream, I ended that man's life. Alone. I am not who you think I am. Nor will my home be as fortunate as your world.
I am sorry.
It's fine. I don't mind, so long as I can alleviate your suspicions.
There's something I still wish to know, Miss
Like that, I know you, but you don't know me. I'm
Under
not
that
wrong,
representation of the hunt, exactly what sort of power is it that has motivated your solitary journey thus far?
Mr. Yang, before answering that question, I wish to continue the previous topic. I like your analogy very much. Indeed, birds are born to fly. But in a distant past, their ancestors could only gaze at the sky in envy.
It's crazy, we're getting
They saw that faraway ray of light
a
from
Ron
above the
Mitt, not
heavens,
Ron Mitt, like a
piercing
Raiden.
clouds and blanketing the earth. And so, time and time
A Raiden
again,
Pixie, that's
generation
once again
after
dealing with
generation,
eternity.
the birds spread their wings and took to the sky,
I think I said
attempting to
Ron
touch
earlier.
its
I didn't
ceiling.
mean to say Ron Mitt.
all because the
I said
sun was
Raiden.
there.
Raiden Mitt.
Then, what if the last bird finally soars into the sky, only to realize that the end of the light is not the sun, but darkness? Then why, exactly, do we even walk towards the light?
There's that nihility. He soared to the sun and fell into the sun only, but because of his actions, everyone else rose because of him. But her story, she is Icarus, but she didn't find the sun. She found nothing.
Having fun on Penacony? Acheron?
This voice, it's not Constance. Could it be her companion?
Though I don't know exactly what you are, or what you're up to, my bullets will find you. Until then, you best find a casket store on Penacony and ask the owner to reserve a good quality casket for you, imposter.
Among Us?
Imposter? I see. She gave my whereabouts to someone who's tracking Acheron too. Who are you?
Huh? Did I make a mistake? Who the heck are you?
I'm the Garden of Recollection's memo keeper.
Not bad.
Good enough
This is
connection.
the kind of tough challenge I like. You that imposter's bodyguard? Never mind. It's fine. I'll leave a round for you. So get that forehead clean and wait for me.
I don't know what you're talking about, but you know Acheron, the Galaxy Ranger, yes? I have something to ask you.
Are you asking me to write your will?
Fucking space cowboy.
Go ahead.
This is nice.
Not quite. I only want to ask, how exactly did she become a Galaxy Ranger? She's clearly not a path strider of the hunt, but you are, aren't you?
He's
Tell
fucking
me,
a hunter.
what's Acheron's deal?
Sure. Heck, never thought I'd come across an ally. What a stroke of luck.
Damn right, it's a stroke of luck.
Well, I'll be on Penacony soon. Memo keeper, go buy a bottle of his Donna's white oak and warm it up, and I'll raise a glass to you. That lady's passed. Well, nobody knows. But if all you want is a simple answer, sure, you best get a chair and take a seat. That woman, named Acheron, is an emanator who should not exist.
Emanator that shouldn't exist. That's a new one. She shouldn't exist. Yeah, this dude's fucked here, bro. You are beyond fucked, Adventurine. Holy
You look
shit.
pale. Or is that also part of your act?
I didn't think you'd have the nerve to show yourself.
Well, did he? Let's see if Ratio did betray
this
him.
was exactly what you wanted. After all, I faithfully fulfilled my duties as you instructed. Just tell me if you can't hold on any longer.
So, the genius of the Council of Mundanites wants to be my Undertaker now. What an honor.
Mundanites.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure the people at the Strategic Investment Department would love to be notified of your death in due time. But let's not forget, you won't be seeing them, because I'm the manager of this task.
Great. Then tell your people that Adventurine is ready to go in 17 system hours.
Oh, you've got a lot of nerve. How exactly do you plan on completing your task while your hands are tied by the harmony?
My conversation with Sunday convinced me that there's a traitor in the family. They hold the secrets of Penacony. So, I took the opportunity to set everything in motion. I even managed to recover the gift money. Things haven't gone this smoothly since I walked through the doors of the Reverie. Now I'm only one step away from victory. Let's just wait and see.
Sounds like a very elaborate way of saying that you failed.
Yeah, let's wait and see.
That's all I can say. Have you forgotten, Doctor? You betrayed me. Go. Do what you must. I look forward to the sight of the IPC fleet surrounding Penacony. You've achieved what you desired, haven't you?
That's true, but what's your plan? Did you conceal an orbital support beacon in that gift money bag?
Well, who knows? Maybe that's why I'm handing out cash even when I'm about to bite the dust.
You are indeed a gambler. An insane one at that.
All in or nothing.
Maybe I am.
You never stop gambling until you have nothing left.
Who knows?
And now he has only one thing left to wager: his life.
Here, take this. Open it when you're on your last legs. You'll thank me.
What's this? Medical advice?
Like a medical device.
You catch on pretty fast, Doctor. Asking me to solve a case without giving a single clue. How typical of you, you wing-headed scoundrel.
Damn, bro. Under the threat of the harmony.
You're all on edge about that stowaway. It's just as I guessed it would be. As for now, let the rain of wealth from the IPC fall evenly on everyone.
Let's see how Monday is. Most exquisite stroke in doctor's prescription within. Dr. Rage advises you only unveil the moment of life or death. You look distressed, so tell me so you can figure it out yourself. Dude, we can just wrong. This story is actually fire. Okay. This is like when fucking Sumeru has come out and I was like, oh bro, we're getting some hype shit, bro. Kinda like Fontaine a bit, but I'd say more like Sumeru.
Would you be willing to support my performance?
Oh, it's the rose.
Keep the song of beauty alive in the cosmos?
The clockwork you do.
Wow, how fabulous! But why would you give such a wonderful gift to a random stranger like me?
Because you're singing.
Well, you see, I can't bear to see anyone in this sweet dream suffering from poverty.
That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much, sir. If you ever get the chance, please, feel free to come by and indulge in my singing.
Sure thing. By the way, do you happen to know anything interesting about death?
That direct.
Death? That's a pretty scary topic, and it doesn't really match the mood of this sweet dream.
Okay, I like the voice actor.
Oh, you see, I'm a tabloid reporter collecting ghost stories in Penacony.
Oh, ghost stories. Very nice of you.
The more chilling the stories, the more attention they get. Maybe you could help me out.
Well, if you're up for some gossip, it's not about death, but there have been some rumors about a guest at the reality hotel who fell into a deep sleep and didn't wake up.
First person we talked to already has some
Just like
rumors.
they were in some sort of coma. Nobody knows what caused it, but luckily the customer eventually regained consciousness. Well, all customers are under the protection of the family, after all.
You paid good money to be here, so yeah, I hope so.
Thank you. This will make for a very juicy headline. May 𝐿𝐴 protect us.
𝐿𝐴, that's how you say it. I thought it was Zyke.
That's actually what happens to your body if your brain dies in a dream. But unfortunately, the customer ended up waking up in the end.
Okay, so is Robin... So what the fuck happened to Robin, though?
I can feel something inside my head. Is the harmony starting to kick in?
The world has truly lost its way.
You talking about child, bro?
You. Wait. I get it now. This is some sort of prank show, right? You must have
no
some
loyalty.
cameras set up around here to film yourself doing good deeds, right?
I mean, I would. Should be pretty easy.
Youngsters are always looking for a quick way to get an audience.
A quick way to get an audience.
A truly great show never comes easy.
A great show will start soon, old man.
Yeah,
but
right
before
about that.
I need to ask you something. Do you know where I can find death in this dream?
Now, that's a hell of a question.
Ah, I see. Another fearless youngster looking for death. Oh, well. Let me give you a piece of advice. Don't think you're the first one who's ever thought of that idea. Death? Not even remotely innovative. I bought it from Dr. Edward. He claimed it was some exclusive fancy schmancy stuff. Oh, what a disappointment.
Yeah, death is something fancy. Bro.
First, some monster covered in eyes stabs you in the gut. And then all you see are blurry glimpses of buildings and lights. The sky was spinning so fast it almost made me puke.
Bruh.
Is that all?
You serious?
Yeah, what else can you expect? Don't put too much stock in the Penacony movie industry. They even called this junk groundbreaking art. Can you believe it?
That...
What a joke. Well, I'll leave you be then. I hope you have a wonderful day.
A movie?
A monster covered in eyes. That sounds like the Memory Zone meme. But buildings and lights... I don't think those have anything to do with death. Well, that whole dream bubble was probably created using rumors and gossip.
It's a great way to get in, a dream bubble. We can glimpse the truth.
The disturbing voice in my head. It's getting closer.
Take care, my friend. If you ever find yourself in danger, remember
That's gotta be
that
Dr.
the
Bakshi's voice
hounds
actor.
are always ready to help.
That has to be. But there's no way that's not his voice actor. What's so spare unable to fly near its end?
You don't look good, my friend. If you need assistance, I can contact the hotel and have them wake you up forcefully.
That won't be necessary. I have some business to attend to.
Wonder how that would work.
But thank you all the same.
All right then. If you ever need help, don't hesitate to reach out to us hounds.
Well, actually, I do need a favor. As the most outstanding hound in Penacony, have you come across any stowaways recently?
Stowaways? How could there be stowaways in Penacony? We've never had anything like that before.
All right. Good luck with your work then. Ugh, what was I even thinking? Family would never share intel with the IPC.
Interesting. I mean, not very interesting, but like, yeah.
Have to go through so much torment before joining the family. Darn it. Now I just want to take out my brain and use it as evidence.
Oh my god, I got harmony built.
Blissful reprieve.
Bochi.
Drowned in a thousand sorrows. Let worries leave. I know I have what it takes to become a poet.
Bro, here you go, bro.
You're giving these gems to me? Didn't expect to meet such a generous soul in this place. Or are you just pitying me? Well, it really doesn't matter. As long as I have Soulglad, that's enough. This is just a dream after all.
You really shouldn't drink so much Soulglad, my friend. It's not good for your health.
It's only a dream, though.
Oh. Maybe I really should quit. But not before meeting the Devil of Soulglad.
You're about to get shivved by an eye demon.
The Devil of Soulglad?
I can feel it, brother.
Yeah. It's a seahorse with a long neck.
How does that mean?
They say it loves to appear to drunk people, especially the ones who are passed out on the side of the road. How funny.
Yeah.
Very, very funny.
Very funny indeed.
What does that mean? Fucking drunk. What's that? It'd be close to 17 hours, bro. How you getting bodied already?
You want to talk to me? Sure, but nothing too sensitive, okay?
Got these gems from you.
Wealthy people have fancy ways to enjoy this dream. But to be honest, I've never seen anyone who gives out money to others like you. So, are you trying to be the prince from the tale?
His voice is very
gold
familiar.
leaf garment and melting his lead heart in the fire?
Honestly,
flattered.
that's exactly what's happening.
I'm no prince, and I just thought these gems would help you speak. So, as an investigative reporter, maybe
No sensitive topics.
you've heard something about death?
Only jumps to the most sensitive of topics.
Another curious soul. I see. Well, that was actually the topic I was most into when I entered the
Who's her
industry.
voice? I recognize her voice.
But my boss shut it down.
Where's it from?
How did your boss talk you out of it?
Well, she simply said, covering baseless urban legends like that would make us look like some third-rate tabloid. I thought about it, and she had a point. Reporting on stuff like blowing out birthday candles and getting spooked by nightmare ghosts isn't exactly professional material.
Hey, bro, we need to go something wrong.
Guess she's got a point. Thank you for sharing.
Again, we were a ragtag crew and that was all food. So we went exactly. But it has not been 17 hours. How are you dying?
Were you wanting to talk to me? Sorry, I thought you were checking out something behind me.
Well, the gem, brother.
Gift? For me? Are you sure this isn't some kind of mistake?
Nah, bro, I'm taking my life on it.
Yes, it's for you. Just take it.
Is this for real? Someone is actually giving me a gift. Not for my parents, but for me. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I don't.
No, it's not much.
Do stuff trans. You can take materials from the dream into the real. You can take materials from the real one into the dream.
I knew it.
Because you could transport anything.
What's on your mind? Are you
So
trying
weird.
to ask about my father or my mother?
Neither.
Neither. I just wanted to know if you've ever heard about death in the dreamscape.
Oh, you sound just like my father. Always warning me about danger, even in dreams. He's an 𝐿𝐿tron, so
How does that
dream
work?
entry methods are different from us organics.
What?
Can't count on him to protect me if something does go haywire. Funny, right now I'm still under his protection. How ironic.
Are you part robot? So does your mom, like...
Stay positive. Gold will always shine one day, right?
Go to the stock market, go on gold. Adventurine said.
The devil of Soulglad, dangers in the dream, and nightmare ghosts. Well, surely death is a popular topic in this sweet dream granted by the family. Well, I've collected a bunch of rumors, but no useful clues.
That's true. We're collecting shit for nothing. Let's go with child.
Remember what I said. You Sigonians are better off hiding in the sewers.
Why is Sparkle pretending to be a little girl?
Look at you, snooping around and sticking your nose everywhere.
I'm not Sigonian. Please say
Is
that.
the smell of death so enticing, my fine fellow?
Have they not caught you?
Oh, it's you, masked fool. I should have guessed it. You're the imposter who appeared
Among
on
Us?
TV after Robin's death, right?
I heard you got caught by the family. I gave you a clear clue. Befriend a mute. Simple and straightforward, you know? And what did you do? You messed it up and ended up as their prisoner.
It's not wrong.
I
You
told
kind
you to
of
make
fucked
friends
everything
with a
up.
mute, not become one yourself. You really let me down.
What do you mean?
You know better than I do. Who watched the little songbird that couldn't sing perish right before their eyes? You did, Blondie.
Make friends with a mute. The body. He can't
No,
sing.
I mean...
He's muted.
What did you mean by becoming one myself?
Well, it means you'll soon end up like her, unable to speak ever again. But it's a good thing if you ask me, because...
Because I'm getting closer to the truth, right?
Oh?
Why else do you think I'm handing out cheap trinkets all over the streets, fool? All part of the act. Fool's bait. The more pathetic I seem, the more likely you'll come sniffing around. So, Now that I've drawn you out,
Always turns it on its head.
reward me
He
with
absolutely
an
had
answer
no
for
fucking
my
plan, but he's quick on his feet. I like that.
Why should I help you?
Don't you want to see Penacony descend into chaos? Well, I can make that happen. I just need an answer to one question. Back then,
He's
when you
infected
asked
by
me
the
to find
family.
a mute,
There's no way they can't hear him.
did you really mean Robin?
And what if I say no?
Whose raven is that?
Then I'll thank you. Oh, the word no has never sounded so pleasing.
It narrows down what he's looking for, so he's right.
Well done. I admit I underestimated you, but what difference would it make? Let me tell you something. There were 2 mutes, but one is dead now, and the other, though he's still in Penacony, I'm afraid you'll never find him again.
Now I'm completely sure that I was on the right track from the beginning and never strayed, fool. Right now, there are only 2 things missing from my grasp. The meaning behind the truth, and the means to expose it.
How impressive. That's quite a fancy way of saying I haven't learned anything so far.
Every time, bro. They're always shitting on
Not
him.
exactly.
He is the 𝐿 of peanut
I've
butter.
gathered enough clues to prove its existence, and that's enough for me. As for the answers to my questions, I'll find them within 16 system hours.
Oh, really? Only 16 system hours? Well, let me lend you a hand. Here you go. This is my precious, mutually assured distraction button.
Hey, is
and
it
I
real?
have one just like it. When either of us presses it, the other and the whole of Penacony will go up in smoke.
Interesting. Black Swan saw
If you're
that too.
really so desperate for the IPC to take over Penacony, blowing up the chessboard isn't a bad idea. Start from scratch. That's where the IPC excels, right?
There's no way. I wonder what it actually does.
Just press the button when you're at your wit's end. And of course, feel free to reach out to me for my hospice care too.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
Oh, a deadly button, huh? Well, I guess the family didn't take your threat seriously at all. Otherwise, how on earth did you manage to bring it in here?
I have my own ways. That's all you need to know.
It's not, we know she's not like an Emanator or anything. She's just a follower.
Well, I'm afraid I'll have to
Aha,
decline
and
your
she has her
offer.
mask.
Who knows if your little gadget will actually work. By the way, I have no plans to search for the other mute friend
He's an
you speak
illusioneer.
of, but it's good to hear that he's still here in Penacony. I'll handle the rest myself. I'll orchestrate a grand finale for the downfall of the family. And at the climax, the walls will crumble, people will wake up, and those who couldn't speak will find their voices again.
The Trailblazers.
When that time comes,
The originals.
go ahead, press the button, light up the sky with a magnificent fireworks display for me. Catch you later, fool.
You're still talking big. But sure, if that happens, I'll stay true to my word. Just
Honestly,
don't let me down
I'm
now.
not too sure
Okay?
what he pieced together. Bro, slave adventuring.
So, number 35. You're back. Like your new lucky charm?
Can a commodity code really be considered a lucky charm?
Silence! I didn't give you permission to speak, you Sidonian hound. The guys in black didn't say much, so I've no idea what you did to save your skin in that massacre back in the day. But I figured you must have had good luck, so I bought you.
Obviously, when he was his sister, that was pre-massacre.
You and your good luck are my assets. Are we clear? Your first task is simple. In addition to you, I've purchased 34 other slaves. Go and play a game with them. You came out alive after 2 days. It proves that you are the real deal.
He's like opposite Bennett. Bennett has horrible luck, gets put in shit situations. Eventually, he's super lucky, but he gets put into the worst situations where he'll come out on top.
Aren't you worried that the money you spent on me will go to waste?
That's panicked voice. He's got like a monkey's paw type of luck, where it's like you're super lucky. Monkey's paw crows, but you're also put in the worst situations ever. You're captured in the slave trade, and you'll be the best slave and survive. Witcher's the most slave.
I've got stacks on stacks, Blondie. The slave market is never short of self-righteous brats like you.
I got stacks on stacks. Good Christ.
But you look good. And that's why many customers are betting their fortunes on a scrawny brat like you.
I would not want to hear him do
go
me as a slave master saying you look
don't
good.
Let your master down.
I know some motherfuckers be writing some fanfics about this now. Especially females.
How much
they love
did
this
you
type of
spend?
shit.
What?
My price. How much did you pay for me?
Huh. You really want to know? Well, it was 60 tanba. No more, no less.
I'll take my chances. 30 tanba. If I come back alive, you'll give me 30 tanba. Deal?
Are you trying to strike a bet with me? Oh, you've got some guts.
I know I like Adventurine.
Sorry, but that won't do.
Don't
forget your place.
I want to pull with him. I want to pull for him too.
You're not qualified to be at the table.
Because his build is what I like. His like style.
You're just a chip. A life thrown away in someone else's hands. Either you come back with more chips for your master, or you never come back. It's all or nothing.
Well, this Destiny ass fucking
lucky hound.
Beyond Light ass music, bro.
What brings you here, Gallagher?
Some friends from the old days.
Terrible voice.
Do you have a moment to spare, Siobhan?
Oh, I have the whole day to spare. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dream Jolt Hostelry. This bar offers a wide variety of drinks, but we draw the line at Soulglad. Why settle for ordinary when you can experience extraordinary?
Oh,
We're dedicated
gosh.
to serving up nothing but pure joy and laughter. What would you like to drink? I'll whip it up for you.
So glad.
Oh, look! A lady as cool as Serval.
I think he is Serval.
Who's Serval? Will you introduce me to her? Huh?
Oops. She's heard us.
Just spare them, my esteemed bartender. I'll take over the bar today.
Rare.
I'm getting up there in age, and I need some practice before I forget the skills that used to put food on my table. Where did you stash the ingredients?
They're all under the counter. Since our guests have traveled from afar, shouldn't you whip up some special drinks?
Yeah,
that's
so good.
exactly what I had in mind. Hey, my friends, do me a favor. Go around the bar and bring me any ingredients you fancy. The discussion might take quite some time, so I'll prepare some customized non-alcoholic drinks for you.
A fucking bartending top.
Bar?
That's one way to get information.
Aren't all the ingredients right there on the counter?
Why, we're in a dream, my lovely lady. You can help yourself to
coded.
anything if you wish for it. Comfort, hunger, confusion, or even boredom. It's all within reach, right at your fingertips.
Oh, did you hear that? She just called me my lovely lady.
Bro, March, you are
Even
not
in
gay
reality,
coded.
mixing
Even with
drinks
them
is more
colors.
than just throwing ingredients together. A bartender needs to capture the bar's atmosphere, master technique, and spin a tale of mystery and anticipation.
You be missing the most bumfuck drinks, but you gotta make it
Only
presentable and stylized to your bar.
Perfect drink crafted with the customer's life story be created.
What is this, bro?
In other words, what you get from your drink is down to luck, so don't overthink it. Indecisiveness has no place when it comes to enjoyment.
Our drinks would be called a Stellar Special, bro. Something stupid. Hello, Miss Himiko.
It's Soul Glad! But I thought they didn't sell Soul Glad at the bar. Let's give it a shake. Nice, it's still fizzy and has a long shelf life.
What soda's got long shelf life? It's decorated.
Yeah, perhaps. Soul Glad is a classic in Penacony, and it'd be strange for a bar not to have it.
Sure.
Why don't they sell Soul Glad in this bar? Did something happen?
It's all about the bartender's pride. It wouldn't make sense for customers to come here and order drinks they can find anywhere else.
That's true.
That's the mindset I use when I brew my coffee.
Look at your coffee sludge.
You're right, Himiko.
Your coffee is death. What we got here?
Hey, look at all these chips scattered everywhere.
A few days ago, an actor from the Iris family came. Caused a ruckus with Siobhan. Those chips must have gotten scattered during all the chaos.
I'm gonna knock his ass out. So enemies drop gold coins even in a dream.
That's a clever metaphor.
Is it a metaphor?
That being said, opening a bar in this place, filled with monsters, is quite a feat. Siobhan must have a lot of tricks up her sleeve, right?
You'll have to ask her yourself to find out. But I have a feeling she won't budge unless you impress her with an incredible drink.
We have to make it. I thought you were gonna make it for us.
That's quite a stack. Not sure if it's enough.
Stay out of my way. I'm looking for Siobhan.
Oh boy.
Haven't I made myself clear enough, Miss Amiki? The Dream Jolt Hostelry only welcomes guests who want to enjoy a drink to their heart's content. I'm sorry, but I'm not interested in your proposal.
We're gonna investigate a
You
murder
have
mystery.
the talent. You'll attract a huge audience. You're destined for the Iris stage, not for this rundown shack.
I swear to God, she's a guitarist.
Come with me. We'll become the talk of Penacony, a shining light into every corner of the dreamscape. Please, Siobhan, I really need you.
As you see, I'm entertaining my guests. Don't make me repeat myself.
Fine.
This is a Halo.
If you don't come along, I'll just sit here and not go anywhere else. Give me a sparkling drink. Sweet. With extra ice.
Just one moment.
What's her deal? We can't discuss the case with other people hanging around the bar.
Hey, can you do that clockwork trick of yours again?
Not even you, too.
Yeah, I'm counting on you.
Work with my brain magic.
You're one of Siobhan's guests, right? What can I do for you? If you're here to convince me to leave, please stop. I just don't get why she won't leave this place. This rundown shack with
Rundown
no
shack.
customers
This place is kind of like a
whatsoever.
boss. Beast. He's got no customers. I mean, yeah, perhaps you can try to very experience, see what different emotions can brew. She's calm? Maybe if we turn her sad, she'll just leave.
It's ridiculous, right? Our paths were never meant to cross, yet I'm still holding on to her. I'm too timid and shy, longing to shine but afraid of stepping into the spotlight. I need her guidance because I'll never be able to do anything alone.
Jesus, that's our confidence,
I
nigga.
don't know Siobhan's past.
Nor did I
I
ask.
have no clue how radiant she used to be. Even among the talented Iris family, her
Fucking
skill
radiant, bro. What is she, a stolen
was
warlock?
unmatched.
What exactly did she
I
do?
know she probably thinks I'm just trying to ride her fame to get ahead. But all I want
The Iris family.
is for her to reclaim her place.
Liquid filling your gauntlet.
She's still not leaving.
Turn on dance.
Maybe I'll have to try again.
I just don't get why she won't leave this place.
Get that anger.
Those darn Iris jerks! They're the ones who forced Siobhan into hiding here, running this pesky bar. It's all their dirty scheming. I get it now.
Ugh, I know you could talk to Siobhan before. I have not seen her.
She doesn't want to run into them again.
I've been to this bar like 4 times. I've never seen her actually at the bar.
I can help clear the way for her. I can do her a favor. I'll go back and write a letter to the Dream Master exposing the crimes committed by the Iris family. Siobhan will definitely appreciate it.
Didn't do anything?
I just don't get why.
I guess Lucy's happy then. Let me have to see all the options.
I've seen it. The moment when Siobhan and I share the stage,
Are you singers?
the crowd is going wild, applause crashing like waves, the aroma of irises fills the air, a beautiful melody playing, ribbons dancing around us,
Ribbons.
and the taste is sweeter than honey. I've seen that scene countless times in my dreams, and every time it mesmerizes me. That's why I have to bring her back to that world, no matter what it takes.
Alright, you are obsessed, lady.
Want to raise a glass, my attentive listener? Let's consider it a toast to my far-fetched dream.
The white grape soda.
Well, talking to you has got me feeling a bit down. My thoughts are swirling, making my mind clear, and bringing tears to my eyes.
I wonder how they're gonna shoehorn in a side story. It's been a lot of plot.
I should find a place to reflect on what Siobhan truly means to me.
We're gonna text after all the quests are done for this storyline.
Pass it on to her. I'm leaving now.
I wonder if she was in a band or something, or she is a singer,
That's good for her.
and we're like, oh, she listens to Serval. I wonder
Radiant
if she's
dreams make
literally
me
a
enticing
Serval Ixie, like a Serval clone. Like, you know, like
Her drink is on the house.
I've seen the same person in the universe.
Please keep the money.
That'd be fucking
When
crazy.
you're ready, go to Gallagher.
If every area we go to is a different
I can tell
Serval,
he's itching to show off his skills.
that should be funny as fuck, to be honest. If there's like multiple Servals and then we make like a galactic band after.
That being said,
I think that'd be
mixing a
really
drink is
cool.
way simpler than you'd imagine. Just pick your favorite ingredients.
Got
toss them in a
Bellamax
glass,
Raw,
mix it
Xianlu
up,
Fusa
and
Raw,
it's done.
or Xianzhou Alliance
So
Raw.
go ahead, explore the bar, and bring me any ingredients you prefer. Nice work. Let me take. You found some interesting ingredients there. Each drink has its own unique flavor, and the base ingredient sets the tone for the initial taste and the lingering aftertaste.
Classic Soul Glad. Is there more stuff? I think there's more stuff we could find. Oh, maybe there's not more stuff we can find. Oh, here we go.
Check out this bottle.
Check out this awesome bottle.
Looks beautiful.
I wonder what March's new class is going to be. They talked about her being
Dream
new.
syrup. Thick. I don't see an expiration date, but the production date is
Who gives a shit, March?
half an amber era ago.
Holy shit.
Ugh, drinking this stuff can't lead to anything good. That's for sure.
That's the one we're choosing. But you drink everything.
That's true. But this really doesn't seem fresh.
Did you find the bottle of syrup I've been hoarding? Don't worry, it's all just a dream and it won't upset your stomach. It's been aging for years and should have a refined taste by now.
Refined?
Feel free to have some. It's perfect for entertaining lovely guests like you.
What does that mean? That's gotta be sarcastic.
Then we'll keep it for now.
Alright, but we're gonna make the March 7th drink, bro. We're gonna as close as possible to March 7th colors.
That being said, so go ahead. Nice work. You found some interest. Each drink has its own unique flavor.
Use the March 7th syrup.
You won't find a sweeter drink anywhere in Penacony. And that's what today's dream seekers crave. Now that you've chosen the base, it's time to pick the adjunct. The ingredient that'll create a marvelous chemical reaction with the base. It should give an unforgettable taste without overpowering the main tone.
Well, how shall we miss it? Bright future. We're clearly missing, like.
The taste is not very intense, yet evocative.
Sweet but enduring.
After those despicables sent Mikhail away, I found myself lost in the
Mikhail.
wilderness of my dreams. They say that even the dirt here oozes with sweetness. All I tasted was stoic bitterness.
Mikhail.
Dude, who the fuck is Mikhail, bro?
Almost there. Let's pick a decoration. Which style do you prefer? Anything you need, I've got it.
Draws its concentric circles. Honors coin-shaped lemon slices.
Concentric circles. May you always remember where you started.
Harmony. Okay.
Well, it's done.
Sweet, enduring, and harmonic.
Here's to you, dreamer, with this glass of the premature burial.
What?
To bringing time to a standstill.
Premature burial.
Well done, Gallagher.
Alright.
You're not over the hill yet.
We made early death.
So are you satisfied?
Oh, the flavors. They're way more sophisticated than Soul Glad.
The richness and layers of these flavors are a masterpiece, especially with the adjuncts. I can taste the spicy and sour notes with a hint of sweetness.
What did I chose?
I'm not entirely sure what it all means. Maybe Mr. Gallagher can shed some light on it.
Yeah, what's the metaphor for this?
Well, if you're expecting a profound answer, I'm afraid I'll disappoint you.
Alright, never mind.
The imagery it implies is pretty straightforward. It's just a glimpse of what this dream truly tastes like. Nothing more.
Does this true taste have anything to do with that Mikhail?
Mikhail? I've heard this name in my dream. Have I?
Yeah, that name does sound familiar. When you got knocked out by that masked fool girl, I think I heard someone calling that name. Do you remember?
Nope.
I was right about you. You guys seem to know quite a bit.
There's a reason the
And now
family is
there's
just
no
out here.
reason to hide anything from you anymore. Let's dig deeper into the case, and of course, I'll tell you a story about Mikhail. All right, let's start with what we know based on the clues the family has. It seems that Firefly isn't a local or an invited guest. In other words, she's a stowaway.
And we knew that part. You knew
She
that
managed
too.
to fool me at first.
Oh, okay.
My age must be getting the best of me. But here on the planet of festivities, stowaways are a common sight. You're bound to run into one sooner or later. After the incident, the hounds wasted no time searching for that girl in both the dreamscape and reality. But here's the thing. We only received bad news, and the trickiest kind at that. She simply vanished, leaving no trace in the dreamscape or reality, as if she had never come to Penacony at all.
He never did.
Huh? Does that mean...
They entered from outside. Death eradicated her? Everything's will turn out different than we think. She's a ghost.
That's impossible. The problem now is not that she's dead, but that it's as if she had never existed in the first place. Let me be frank. This case, actually,
Interesting.
is unlike anything the Bloodhound family has dealt with before.
She was like her own mimetic entity.
Dealt with before. So, death does happen in Penacony, if I understand correctly.
You've witnessed it, so there's no need to hide.
Well, I
Even the
witnessed it.
shiniest city has its dark side. We're all adults here. Surely I don't need to explain too much to you. Confronting the family based on that alone would be naive. Death may occur in sweet dreams. So what? Such events are highly unlikely and only affect a tiny number of people. If you really want to delve deeper into this case, you need to understand the true problem with the family.
I guess it's time to tell the story of that Mikhail.
We keep beating around the bush that the family
You're
is
very
the problem.
perceptive. The Astral Express has received that music box too, right? Do you know the secrets it holds?
There's a message. Witness the impossible in the realm of dreams. Find the legacy of the Watchmaker, father of Penacony, and thus the answer to the question, why does life slumber?
The dream.
That's the exact wording.
Hey, why are you laughing? Wait, did you write it? It's quite poetic.
That shit's existed long before him.
No, but I'm the officer in charge of this case. So how could I not know? I'm sure you must have noticed that this message didn't come from the family. You might have even guessed that the relationship between the family and the Watchmaker isn't as close as it seems.
That's just our speculation.
Just like the IPC wants to take over this place,
It's hard to
the
believe
family most
that
likely
the
took
father
over
of
whatever Watchmaker's
Penacony
legacy.
and its actual managers are at odds.
Now I can assure you that your speculation is absolutely correct. The family has considered the Watchmaker an enemy for a long time, but the hounds haven't been able to track him down, as he seems to be living only in the characters and stories he created. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered why the family allowed the Watchmaker to send out such a ridiculous message to the outside world, inviting you here and causing chaos?
in the hopes something would draw him out.
You want to seize this opportunity to expose the Watchmaker.
Well, Now you understand why the Oak family authorized the Nameless to assist in the investigation, but kept you in the dark, right? Because the Watchmaker is not the legend of the land of the dreams at all. He's the most shameful stain in the history of Penacony, and he's the root cause of all the anomalies in the dreamscape.
Let's do Mikhail. Is he the Watchmaker?
You don't get it? Well, I mean, Mikhail, the betrayer of the family, he's the Watchmaker.
So Mikhail's the Watchmaker.
Here we are, Clock Studios theme park, the most popular entertainment center in Penacony.
Wait, aren't we supposed to be discussing the Watchmaker? I would have expected you to take us to maybe a library or an archive room of sorts. But an amusement park?
Because this place is the Watchmaker.
The culture of the city reflects its history in the most authentic way. To you, it's a fun place. But to me, it's a prison for the planet's past.
These are all the Watchmaker's creations.
You know that Penacony used to be the IPC's prison planet, right? All the prisoners were brought here, helping the Garden of Recollection salvage the leaking memoria from the macrovoid.
What that means?
The prolonged exposure to high concentrations of memoria caused a unique phenomenon. The dreams of countless prisoners intersected and overlapped, and people started meeting each other in their dreams, living lives that were almost identical to reality. But everything has a price, and sweet dreams are no exception. In the end, the dream world was unable to alleviate the suffering of prisoners in reality. One of the prisoners broke free from the IPC shackles and fought for freedom.
They put them in mind prison.
He is Hanu, the great leader of Dreamville, the great peacemaker.
We literally did this in the event.
Faithful companion of the underdogs.
The Clocky cartoon is actually a documentary. Yeah, when we did the prison break event, and we're like, the story is very interesting. Where how they're breaking out of prison and the prisoners ask, can we really dream of a better reality?
History is always written by the winners. However, it's undeniable that Clocky is an animation that draws from Penacony's actual history. These characters not only exist in Dreamville, but also in the distant past. Once you realize this, you'll understand why we're here.
There are so many members of the Bloodhound family around here.
They just received a lockdown order, supposedly from Sunday himself. Who knows what it's for?
Oh boy. I think after this quest we're gonna call
so many
the stream of the videos.
I've never seen anything like this, even when they're tracking down suspects.
Aren't you a captain? Can you get us in? Jesus. Whole army's here. Something must have happened.
Well, it's a masterpiece from the family after all. Besides the followers of the preservation, the family members are the best at creating mind-blowing marvels.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Let's find a quiet spot and continue our conversation. View here is great, right? We can see everything from here.
Can we?
Including Clocky.
If all the characters in the animation are based on characters in reality, then Clocky's counterpart is definitely the Watchmaker. In the animation, he's Hanu's partner and one of the founders of Dreamville. Does that mean the Watchmaker was personally involved in that war?
We can see Clocky and wield his power.
It was a
so are we able to wield the Clockmaker's powers?
Hanunu fought alongside a motley crew of masked fools, nameless, history fictionologists, mourning actors, omen vanguards, even visitors from beyond the sky. In the end, they emerged victorious. Among them was the person who would eventually be known as the Watchmaker.
But if you do the math, doesn't that mean the Watchmaker was around for several centuries?
Yep.
I'm not sure, but Mikhail was already the Watchmaker when I met him. So maybe he inherited the title.
Legacy title, maybe.
How old are you now, now, Mr. Officer?
Oh yeah, wait, you met Mikhail?
I'm 13.
No way. Not even close.
13,000.
Anunu freed the frontier prison, but peace still eluded him. With limited resources, threats from the outside world, and internal conflicts between major prison districts, the future of Osdana was uncertain.
That's not the first time. I know that's like a throwaway haha joke line. That's the first time we've seen 13. It just clicked. When fucking Acheron said the 𝐿𝐿a𝐼𝐿 was up for his 13th auction. Nobody ever looked at him again. And now this guy, Gallagher just said, I'm 13. And when we asked the Bloodhounds, who? Who's Gallagher? Interesting. And he has a bar in the middle of nowhere. Except he's not real. Because the two Bloodhounds answered to us when we were like, hey, when Gallagher said, that's not the woman we're looking for. They're like, oh yes sir. But that's very interesting that he was 13.
It wasn't until the Watchmaker approached the family with the idea of turning the prison into the planet of festivities that Penacony finally gained its name and glory.
We also gained on the fact that Blocky, the Clockwork, the Watchmaker, 12 hours. You know, the golden hour is always at the 11th hour, right before midnight. And he's 13, and the 13th person. You see how, like, 13 is already an unlucky number. But if we're going off the clock references too, 13, there is no 13th hour on a clock.
Thus, he became known as the father of Penacony.
So, in essence, you technically could say, when she said, how old are you? And he says, I'm 13. If you're referencing a clock, he's timeless. He's not on a clock.
But didn't you say the Watchmaker betrayed the family? And you said you were his companion, so that means you...
No, I'm not his companion, but rather one of his many children. But I am indeed a traitor. Not to the family,
Interesting.
but to...
So, he's one of the Watchmaker's children. He's a creation.
What did you do?
I did nothing. And that's the worst betrayal of all.
Apathy.
Just like you, I had close companions. We dedicated ourselves to Penacony. But the Oak family, they set us up.
That's why he doesn't like 𝐿𝐿a𝐼𝐿. 𝐿𝐿a𝐼𝐿 is probably a creation of the Watchmaker and like represents his legacy. Like you continue to look at a legacy of something that you betrayed. Okay, it's making more sense.
Too old to protect his children anymore.
This is a lot more interesting
So
than I
we
thought.
left the family to find our own path.
He's not just a bartender.
We were branded traitors of the Harmony, even though the true traitors were someone else. While they continue to praise the Watchmaker's name in the world, behind closed doors, they condemn him on a pillar of shame. Nevertheless, we wanted to clear his name. We intended to find the real traitor, the one responsible for all this, and restore harmony to Penacony. But we failed. Too much time had passed, and the land of the dreams had become deeply corrupted. After countless fruitless pursuits, I gave up. Like a lost dog. The family accepted me and made me an officer, supposedly as a form of forgiveness. But it was actually a punishment. Since then, I've been completely cut off from my partners and my past. As for Mikhail, I heard he died in obscurity, in a place where no one could find him. That's when I realized that the Penacony I once knew would never return.
Watchmaker's dead.
We're truly sorry for what happened. But
That's
this
how he
is
knows
not
of
the
death.
end of the story, right?
Apparently, someone has inherited the title of the Watchmaker and has been secretly working against the family all this time.
The Watchmaker an organization then? At this point?
Well, that's one way to look at it. However, only one member has truly inherited the Watchmaker's title. Unfortunately, after all these years, I have no idea who that person is, or if they're even real. Or just Mikhail's lost soul haunting the dreams.
That means the Watchmaker will still be alive at that point.
Do you understand why I'm spilling all this info? Because I believe the girl's death must be connected to the Watchmaker's legacy. And at the end of all these mysteries, we will find the answers we are seeking.
Why would the Watchmaker's
Really
legacy last out and attack
meet
Robin
him.
and Firefly specifically?
If only for the last time. For those who despise me could form a line from here all the way to the entrance of the hotel. But those willing to look me in the eye and hear me out? Let's just say, there won't be many. I've told you all I know is a sign of gratitude. Thank you for listening to this old dog. Bark and all.
Interesting.
Something just happened at the theme park. Now if you'll excuse me, good luck to all of you. How ironic. What's so different between the stowaways projected by Penacony today and the dream seekers once hailed as pioneers several amber eras ago?
Nothing.
Gallagher does have a troubled
I
past,
was
it
not
seems.
expecting him to be that kind of complicated of a character.
Firefly's whereabouts remain a mystery. His stories shed light on our suspicions about the true identity
One of the sons of the
Watchmaker,
Watchmaker.
his connection to the family, and the power struggles hidden behind sweet dreams and death.
The family isn't united. No shit. They have a traitor within. We knew that from Adventurine.
Exactly. Gallagher suggests that the real traitor is someone else. Probably within the Oak family.
Yeah, why not himself? Death is related to the Watchmaker. Okay.
That lines up with what we've gathered so far. Firefly got involved in this mess because of the legacy, and now we're sure that Aventurine's accusations against Acheron are baseless.
Lucky's based on the Watchmaker.
You're really into Clocky, huh? He's just a fictional character, not a real person.
Interesting.
Speaking of which, that Clocky who only reveals himself to you is quite intriguing. It's a shame we've never met him since then.
It's true, we haven't seen him. Wonder why.
Now that we've confirmed a lot of our suspicions,
I hate if we're gonna be like,
let's
we
take a
have
moment
confirmed
to
the
think about
Watchmaker's
the
legacy.
clues we have. Send a message to Welt and see how things are going on his end.
Okay. Mr. Well. Good Christ. This shit is getting more and more complicated. We can still have Acheron!
Are your companions worried about you?
I almost thought she had like the
They're
fucking
just
scientist
checking
suit.
Let's get in and get out. Seems they've made some progress. Looks like we're about to enter the depths of Dewlight Pavilion.
Dewlight
It's been
Pavilion.
a smooth ride. Almost too smooth for a heavily guarded mansion.
True that.
Let's see if there's anyone waiting to greet us.
Roger that. Alright. Want to see it? Next time.